Hey folks, welcome back to another Beaver 42 podcast. Round two now done, and Beaver, you are now in another country. Where are you now, mate?
I'm in Sri Lanka at the moment, mate. Been here for a couple of days, here for the week. So
Nice.
yeah,
Hope you get decent Foxtel coverage over there, but if you don't, I'm sure you'll be able to jump online. All right, mate. So we'll have a quick look through round two. Bunnies just 0-2 to start the season, mate. What's going on there in their camp?
well, all I could say would be full of F words like Latrell's post game media um, debacle, right? So Bunnies could be in a bit of trouble. They look to have pressed a bit of a panic button. Well, not a panic button, but made some changes this week, right? So see if they've made the right calls.
Yep. Yeah, and the pressure just stays on the coach over there, and we'll just see what happens there. A couple of comeback.
Yeah, clearly something up there.
Yeah, exactly right. And yeah, there's all the talk of Wayne Bennett coming back, but that's way too early. So a couple of
Yeah.
comebacks on the weekend. Cowboys snuck home against the Knights, but the Storm with that finish by Xavier Coates over the Warriors.
Yep. So a couple of good games, right? Cowboys should have won that game earlier. Valentine Holmes with Chewy on the boot wasn't real good kicking goal, um, but a great finish. And then yeah, the Storms got the win at the end. A bit disappointing because I think the Warriors were pretty good. But a great finish by Xavier Coates, boy from PNG. Um, Nearly as good as Brett Morris's finish all those years ago.
Yeah, I thought you might bring that up, but I will say I think it was probably a better try to win a game. Let's just say that. So
That's the thing, right?
yeah.
So great finish.
So, and two fairly disappointing teams now. I don't know which one you want to talk about, mate, but Dragons come crashing back to earth, and the Tigers, well, nothing's changed.
That Tigers terrible, and the Dragons, well, they were even worse, right? So for a team who showed up in week one, they didn't come to work at all on Sunday, right? And they got their asses handed to them, and deservedly so.
Yeah.
Disappointingly.
Yeah, exactly right. And the Titans snuck home in a thriller against the bye. So, all right, mate. So we'll go through some round three games, and we're going to kick off with the grand final rematch on Thursday night: Penny Panthers v Brisbane Broncos. Bookies are just all over the Panthers on this one.
Yeah, interesting, right? Because I see this one's pretty close, right? So obviously, no Fisher Harris for Penrith is a big out, but the bigger out is obviously Reynolds for the Broncos because he controls their game for them. Jock Madden's a decent player coming in, but they will miss that class of Reynolds, right? So I've got the Panthers winning this one as well by 8 points. What
Yeah,
about yourself?
and I'm with you. I think Panthers will win this pretty comfortably. I've got them in double digits. I've got them at 10. Playing at home at Penrith is always tough, and doing it without your key
Yeah.
playmaker is, I just think that's why the bookies have got them at $1.33 and the Broncos at 3.36. So,
Wow.
yeah. And just an interesting point there, Walsh is going to have a crack at the kicking duties. So, yeah, good luck to your
Yeah.
Broncos. Hope you draw. Friday, we start off with the New Zealand Warriors and the Canberra Raiders. Now, Raiders 2-0 and the Warriors 0-2.
Yeah, look, Raiders, they've looked pretty good to start the year. Fogarty has been excellent for them. Ethan Strange has been a good addition. He's going to be a good player in years to come. And they got a couple of forwards coming back, right? So, Elliot Whitehead's back this week. So they're starting to get a bit stronger in the forwards as well. Um, the Warriors uh, fell a bit short against Sharkies in round one and then pipped on the buzzer by the Storms last week, right? So they've been pretty good. Just haven't got the chocolates, and I think this is their game. They're going to get the win here. I really like Luke Metcalf at 6. He re-signed during the week. I think he's an extremely good player with better times to come. Uh, they've named Egan to come back, which is good. So I've got the Warriors winning this one by uh, 10 points.
Right. Yep. And I think a big part of that is going to be Wade Egan coming back. They did name him last week, and last minute he dropped out. So
True, true.
keep a close eye on that. And the other thing for the Raiders is Sebastian Chris made his comeback last week and is immediately out. So Nick Kotrick will be back in the side there. I think the Warriors will get home. I think it'll be closer than that. I've got them by 6. So yep, good luck to your Warriors getting off the schneid. Second game on Friday is, well, it's the old rivalry. You got the Roosters and the Rabbits, and one team's going pretty good, the other not so much.
Yeah, so book of feuds again. Um, I think they're always a cracker game, right? I think it's JWH's 300 as well, right?
Yeah.
So what was that last week?
No, this week.
This week, right? So he'll be out for a big one. Named to start. He was named to start last week as well. I think he will start if it's his 300. Rabbits dropped Ilias and bring in Hawkins. Pre-season, I made the prediction that they'd put Whiten in at 6 and Walker at 7, but Whiten comes into the team in the centre, starting in the centres. I think this week the Rabbits are going to be desperate,
Yeah.
right? So they're under the pump. They don't want to start 0-3. There'll be a lot more, daggers being thrown at them if they fall to 0-3. So I see a very desperate Rabbits team coming out this week, and I see them sticking it in the Roosters' backsides. And I see the Rabbits winning this one by 14.
Yeah,
13 plus, get on them.
it could be anything because they are in a whole world of hurt and they need to come out and show us something. Little bit of help from their side with Keary being out, didn't pass his HIA, so he's out. They got Sandon Smith playing at 6, so that's a pretty big out for them. Angus Crichton to come back in the squad, so is Connor Watson, which I think will strengthen their forwards as well. Look, bookies have got this reasonably close. $1.69 for the Roosters, $2.17 for the Rabbits. Gee whiz, I think I'm with you, but I think the Rabbits will only sneak home. I got them getting home by 2. So it'll be just an outstanding game on Friday night. So yeah, get on it. And then we're back to earth with a pretty ordinary game to start Saturday. We got the hapless Dogs versus the even haplesser Titans. Not much to change in the team. So what's going to happen there, mate?
Oh, mate, this is a toss of the coin. This is a question of attitude. Who wants it the most, right? And just purely because the game's being played at Belmore, I'm going with the Doggies to get the chocolates in this one, right? So again, in the tight one, I got the Doggies to win this one by 4.
Yeah, well, I think this could be a real high scorer because neither team can defend. Liam Knight to come in and start for the Doggies because Famasili failed his HIA, which just really weakens the Doggies forward pack, which is the only hope the Titans have. And Kieran Foran back at 6. So look, he will help us organise that team a lot better than Weaver and Tanner Boyd. Bookies have got
No,
this.
I think you're right. You absolutely have to smash them through the middle,
Yeah.
right? And if you do that, then yeah, you guys can win the game pretty easy, right? But let's see, right? So Liam Knight, have you seen his hair?
No, I have not.
Right. So we shouldn't heckle people with funny coloured hair, but he's gone the blonde, right? So he looks ridiculous. So him and Kickow will blend in well.
It might be a penalty because he turned up to training late, perhaps. But
Oh, of course.
I'm going to tip with my boys. I have to, and I think if they win, they're going to win comfortable, and it'll be by 8. But that is
Wow.
really that's a heart bet, not a head
I
bet.
hope you're right. Yeah.
So, all right, and then we get on to well, maybe another disappointing game. Who knows? Someone's got to bounce back. Second game on Saturday is the Dragons v the Cowboys. Now, have the Dragons got it in them to bounce back against a pretty red hot Cowboys at the moment?
Yeah, Cowboys have been good. They lose Lukey for 6 to 8 with an ankle, I think it was. Um, Dragons, um, Dragons are down Jacob Little and Francis Molo, who's out for another high shot. Um, Look, how could you back the Dragons after last week, right? The Cowboys have been good. They've been disciplined the first few weeks. The rocks or diamonds of the Dragons, it's going to be more rocks. I've got the Cowboys winning this one by 20 points.
By 20, right? Um,
20.
your boy Finny Fuiaki to start in the back row now. I believe he was your smoky in the preseason.
He was. He was. I like the boy. I would much prefer the Dragons had signed him than Leilua, right? Could have saved their money and put it on him. But uh, yeah, it's going to be good to see him, right? He's only a young kid, so he's still got plenty of growing to do. But geez, they don't miss anything, right? Miss Lukey and their side looks as strong as ever.
Yeah. Yeah, my heart goes out to Lukey. This is what his third year now of having some sort of injury plagued season. Just hard luck on the young fella. But look, good luck to the new young fella. And look, I think the Cowboys will win this pretty comfortably, not by 20. I've got them winning by 10. So fingers
Yeah,
crossed the
I hope
Dragons
you're right.
pull something out to show us something. And gee, we got another struggling team to finish off on Saturday. You got the Tigers up against the Sharks. Now, I heard a rumor that Benji come to training at 4 a.m. today.
Really?
Hmm.
Is that straight after getting home from the pub, right? Because uh, you know, after all this stuff of him not being a full time coach and like what a joke, all that stuff, right? But anyway, proofs in the pudding, and the the Tigers don't look very good so far, right? They look extremely ordinary, look a bit underdone. Um, but this week they get up against the Sharks. I don't think the Sharks are the type of team that's going to blow teams away, right? I think they're a plotting team, um, and I think that's good for the Tigers, right? So now in saying this, the Sharks will probably win by 70, but I think it'll be a tight game, and I've got the Sharkies winning it by 6.
Yeah, okay. Look, with Nicker out suspended, they do get Royce Hunt back. But Tigers do get Olam back, but lose Toa for 8 weeks. So they haven't
Yeah,
really strengthened their back line by much. Yeah, look, Lockie Galvin at least showed a little bit of something. He's a big
yeah,
kid.
agreed.
So
And they
yeah,
pushed Sullivan to the bench because he was defensively a flag, right? So a witch's hat, right? Um, so yeah, at least he's making changes, right? So hopefully they put up a better effort because it'd be nice to see the Tigers do okay, right? So
yeah.
it'd be even nicer to see them beat the Sharks.
Yeah, exactly. But look, I actually think that the Sharkies will towel them up down that right edge with Talakai and Mortalo to just have a field day. I've actually got the Sharkies winning this by 18, and the bookies
Wow,
are looking roughly the same. $4.30 for the Tigers, $1.22 for the Sharks. But
wow.
anyway, a couple of good games on Sunday. So we'll start off with the Eels and the Sea Eagles. Now, I guess Seagulls are the form team of the comp, but the Eels have been pretty good, and they were okay against Penrith.
Yeah, they're okay. Didn't get the job done, but turned up. Sea Eagles, surprisingly for me, at 2-0. I didn't see them being this strong, but hey, it's still early in the year, right? And Tommy T hasn't been injured yet. It's due any minute.
That's the key.
But
We both picked them to be very good as long as Tommy was playing, and
yeah,
well, he is. So
yeah. So you know, uh, I think this is going to be a cracker, right? And the Eels will be up for it. I think both teams will be up for it, of course, right? But I think it's going to be a really good game. Um, but I do see the Eels getting it in the end. I just seem a bit stronger in the forwards. And it's going to be a tight one, right? I've got the Eels winning it by 4 points again within a converted try.
Yeah, I agree. I think this will be really, really tight. And gee, RCG to play his 200th. I thought he'd been around just a little bit longer than that. But anyway,
Just
um,
his mustache.
that's right. Yeah, look, bookies can barely split them. I'm going on the Eels purely because I got 4 in my super coach team, and I got the Eels to win this by 4. And we go on to the last game of the round, Knights versus the Storm. And look, Knights not without a chance, mate.
Yeah, I think they improved last week. Uh, Storms missing Munster and Hughes in their halves, right? 2 outs. Pezzett has been just sensational for 6, right? So Tyrone Wishart, I don't think he's a class half, right? Obviously. So the Knights pulled the trigger and dropped Hastings and put in Jack Cogger, which will give them a bit more in attack, I think, for sure. Um, and they're playing at home, right? If you remember their first game 2 weeks ago at home against Canberra, they stunk. They were fucking awful, right? And they're a proud team, proud town. I think they're going to get up for it for this one, right? So I've got the Knights winning this one in the boil over, right? Again within a converted try, right? So for that'll be their first win for the year, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Yep. Get off the snide. And I think a big in for them is Brayley back at hooker for him as well. I think that'll just make a lot of difference out of dummy half, getting good ball to the halves who can do something with it.
he's tough defensively too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he'll make a difference with them. Changes their attacking game though, right? So anyway, yeah, it'd be a great game, great Sunday. So Christian Welsh is out this week.
Yeah, apparently so. Failed his HIA, so he won't be in. And Tepai Miroa joins the bench. So
Speaking of HIAs, how did how did the hooker for Redcliffe pass his HIA?
yeah,
Jeremy Marshall King got
yeah,
that
look,
ball in the head, and he
yeah,
went down. I haven't seen anyone go down like that since Bugs Bunny in 1976, right? So, um, Bugs Bunny on Daffy Duck. So, seriously, isn't that one of the funniest moments you've ever seen in your life?
Oh well, yeah. After I realised he was okay, yeah, because
Yeah,
his
exactly. Yeah,
his
once he was
knee just
okay.
went. So yeah, how he was able to stay on the field after that, I don't know. But interesting. All right, mate. Well, look, thanks for finding the time over there, and enjoy the footy if you can watch it, and we'll talk to you again next week, mate.
All right, take care. Ciao.